I can't blame you. I've tried the same things too, but I think in time you'll see. You never know what your love costs till your love's lost and you're out there on your own. You never know what your love costs till your love's lost and you're standing all alone. You say you wanna be going out, you're so sure that's what life's about. No more family ties, 'cause you finally realized the time for change is now. You never know what your love costs till your love's lost and you're out there on your own. You never know what your love costs till your love's lost. You're standing all alone. So go out and do what you gotta do. Just don't expect me to be here waiting on you.
Excuse me. Can you tell me the time?
Yeah, it's late. Too late.
Is that so? I'm going home then.
Huh? No, you're not. Come on.
Get ready.
Okay.
We're losing precious time.
Okay.
Yes, baby.
Give me the right shot.
Fire department reports explosion at railroad yards in the Fort Charlie 10 area. All Charlie units to railroad yard. It's an 802 on the spot for immediate investigation. Car 25 to Macy's downtown department store. There's a drunk on the sidewalk. Car 25 to Macy's downtown department store. Drunk on sidewalk. All 3 Apple 80 units to Lamont and Grant for a 211 at the Sequoia Savings and Loan Building. A 405 reported. Repeat. All 3 Apple 80 units to Lamont and Grant.
We will meet your demands. Now release the hostages. I repeat, release the hostages.
This is Joe Harper reporting from the corner of Grant and Lamont. The police have just informed the robbers in the bank the city has given in to their demands. It's now almost 3 hours that the robbers have held the hostages inside the Sequoia Savings and Loan Building.
Away from the wall! Come on, back up! Back up! There you go. You're looking real good. Come on, get your feet apart. Come on, come on. You too, come on, come on. Now that's what I call an ass.
Cut it out. Please?
Come on, man. Leave the lady alone.
You gonna be a hero?
You, inside!
Whoa! Move it.
Show us you're willing to compromise by releasing the hostages.
Okay! Sure! Here they come! One at a time! Hey, don't shoot!
The first hostage is coming out now.
Don't
Oh, God.
Murderers! Kill them! Kill those punks, officer!
We ain't kidding, shitfaces! You want more?
Okay, relax. Try to stay calm. Look, we're getting the plane ready. You've just got to give us a little more time.
Hey, pig! What about our lunch?
We already sent for it. It'll be here any minute.
Don't screw with me! I want him naked! Without a stitch of clothes! Better yet, make it a waitress! Hey, Walt! Did you see that, man? They're shitting their pants! We got them eating out of our hands!
You, inside. Your food's here. You see him?
Yeah, I see them all right. Come in, gorgeous!
Bang, bang.
Turkey with French fries? Shit. You taste it first, sweetheart. What?
Hey, Walt! What the shit's going on? Walt! 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 No! 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 No!
It's maggots like you that make me like my job.
things today?
Fine, Mr. Kelly, and you?
Oh, I'm bored. Ever since I retired, I've been bored. Not that I wasn't bored when I worked.
Just keep busy, Mr. Kelly.
You're right, Ron.
Jack?
Saw you on TV today, Hero.
Yeah?
I like to think I have exclusive right to those sweet cakes. But now so does every other girl in town.
You've been held up in that library too long. You're starting to get some crazy ideas. Is the chow ready? I'm starving.
Go sit down.
Not bad for a librarian, Jack.
Jacqueline.
How's it going up there, anyway?
Interesting. The new computer system just takes 7 seconds to get the information on the professors and the students in the university.
Sounds like Olympic qualifier to me.
Smart ass. How'd I ever end up with you with all those professors at my feet?
Necessity. You needed somebody big and strong to protect you.
Oh, I forgot.
What's in here? Well?
I'm investigating.
Hello? Yeah, it's me. Okay, tell him I'll be right there.
The mayor doesn't want a panic on his hands. All he wants to know are his staff and our special squad.
Okay, maybe it's your everyday lunatic.
Maybe so, but whoever sent that tape to the mayor claims to have caused that explosion in Riverside. Listen to this.
We will strike again at 5:48 p.m. today, so that you will have no doubts about our intentions. In the meantime, get together $5 million in used bills. That is our price if you wish to save your city.
Naturally, they won't pay it.
It could be a bluff. But we can't take the risk. There's a hell of a lot of places people could be at 5 o'clock. But a couple of those places are in our control area. You two take the stunt car show in Oakland.
This is Chris Economical and Jackie Stewart. We're out there on the outside rim. I can't believe that they're back there like that. There's a man up against the left back pole.
Sir, you want to see where I placed the men, sir?
Ben, you take that. I'll check around here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lawrence Lebowski with your blow-by-blow commentary of today's action at the Oakland Speedway. And here comes the lineup for race number 1. Right behind Jeff Williams, who's flown in from Los Angeles for this event. There's car number 7, Ricky Saldano, one of our great local heroes. Number 9, Tom Eagle Johnson, his first time out in that bad crash.
Is that one of your vans?
Riverside. This is your face.
No.
Number lucky 13.
Hey, you guys, there's another van out there on the small track.
What? Give me a shot of it.
Number 6, John Reed, better known.
What the hell is that doing here? As if 2 trucks weren't enough. It's that prick Harding. He's on my back again. He wants my coverage to look like it cost a fortune. Sam! Sam!
Yes, sir?
Sam, go to the other track and tell that van they can go home. We don't need them. Tell them to go back to the station and I'll take full responsibility.
Right. Yes, sir.
I got Sam working on it.
spectacular day out here, isn't it? With enough excitement to curl anyone's toes.
There they go through the intersection. Way out there, those cars are barreling toward each other at over 60 miles an hour.
Hi. Excuse me? Hi, the director Steve Bruce sent me over. He says you guys aren't really needed here. You can head on back. He'll take full responsibility. So what are you guys doing here anyway? We don't really need you. We've got 2 other trucks back there. I don't really... Hey.
Is ending up to the switch. This time, by the lock front end. Westfield, by on lap number 3.
4 cars all piled up at once.
Hope nobody was hurt that, man. Oh, it looks like the boys are walking into the action. As the action on the track heats up. Incredible driving out there, folks. We got Jess Williams, Ricky Saldano, and Hugh Gummer first lands out, fighting it out for first place.
It's the battle of the century, weaving and banging and shoving their way for first position.
Oh, and there goes another one. Number 298, Mr. Kelly. Your way inside, and now look at him go. Across the track like a spare bowling ball.
Hey, look at that!
Holy shit.
Lieutenant Curtis, we're heading east on Mansell. We're looking for a white camera truck with a cameraman still on top. Back it up and go around him. shit, how are you in one piece?
I'm okay. Fast to get away?
Yeah. I put out on all points, so they're not gonna get very far in that van. Did you get a good look at his face?
You'll never forget it, that's for sure.
Our location is under the freeway between Mariposa and Army Street. We request a 407 for the abandoned TV vehicle with a hold for the auto detail.
Central signal on deck. I respond on a central signal on 11 East 48 speed on the floor. Central is responding to.
You okay, Ron?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Bob?
Well, whatever it was inside here. The walls are lined with asbestos that absorb tremendous heat.
Looks like a hurry-up job to me.
Well, there is also some optic fiber batteries that need a powerful generator for recharge.
What are the batteries used for?
Don't know yet. We're taking everything back to the lab with us.
Do it immediately. This is urgent.
I realize that.
Check with the DMV and trace the ownership of the truck.
DA's here.
Hey, Norman. Check this paint out for me.
You got it, Ron.
Hey, Jim, when you're through, I'd like you to take some pictures of this for me.
Will do.
The police have removed 12 bodies from the press box and another 15 from the surrounding grandstand after the mysterious and tragic fire caused by the explosion at the stock car race at the Fremont Speedway.
What kind of person could do
Hundreds of
something
others
like
were taken
that?
to nearby hospitals to be treated for first-degree burns.
I don't know.
The names of most of the
It's
victims
gotta be
are still
stopped.
unknown. A special committee is investigating the cause of the explosion, which at first sight is not too different from the one earlier this week.
You sure it didn't have that dent on the side?
Dead positive. That was smooth as a baby's ass when it was stolen.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
You know, those punks bumped into another car. Now all we gotta do is find it.
Yeah, that is if they give us the time to.
No. You don't understand. Get it straight. I want it all in small bills. And don't get any smart-ass ideas about marking them.
Sir, be reasonable. All I can do is relay your message.
Come on, babe. I want to know when and where.
All right, but I'll need time to notify the mayor.
Come on. You can do more than that, babe.
Have you had any luck locating the origin of the call?
I'm only his secretary.
Listen, sweetheart. I'll give you 1 minute. Just one.
It may take a little more time than that. You do understand, don't you?
We've localized the phone in the port area.
Good work.
All right, I'll see you back at the station, Ben.
All 3 Atom units in North Beach to Embarcadero, vicinity Pier 24. The phone has been located. The call is from one of the 3 public phones at the port.
Let's go.
First is near Pier 24 at the Houston Street entrance.
Car 27 responding. We're on the east side of the port, and we're on our way. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Let's split.
Car 42 to station. We're 2 blocks east of Houston on Montague Drive. Moving in direction of the port.
they are. Yeah. We're at 27 to station. We've spotted them and are in pursuit of a white Plymouth Fury 3. Watch him.
All right, you just report your position.
Yeah, this is Lieutenant Curtis. I'm going to be 1098 out the wharf.
Inspector Warren, 902 to station.
This is Inspector Warren, 410. I'm also 98 to the wharf.
Come on. This is Inspector Curtis. I've been blocked off in an alleyway. Suspects are heading down 3rd and Fargo.
Come on, Ben.
Who the fuck is this? Let him have it.
one time. Who do you work for?
Nobody, man. We just figured we'd cash in on some of that blackmail money.
You are obviously underestimating the seriousness of our intentions, just as I have overestimated the intelligence of the city officials and the police department. This is not a simple case of extortion. We have already given you 2 examples of the devastating power at our disposal, and we are shocked that you have allowed news of our demands to leak out. You must learn to take us at our word.
Unfortunately, gentlemen, this lesson will cost you double. Unfortunately, gentlemen, this lesson will cost you double.
We are faced with a new and dramatic problem, Governor. The terrorists are using the most modern scientific means for extortion. Puts us all in immediate danger.
Unfortunately, they appear incredibly confident with their new demand for $10 million.
Unacceptable at the moment, I agree. But we must consider how to avoid the potential massacre.
It is definitely a problem that requires Washington's intervention.
After a great deal of analysis, we've come to this particular conclusion, that high energy and heat cause the emission of electromagnetic waves. The release of protons condenses gases contained in the liquid crystals to their maximum, transforming them into electronic megabombs of unbelievable power.
Are you saying that the weapon can transform any source of light into a powerful weapon?
No, let's not generalize. All we know is that it works through the liquid crystals and electronic signs. You said weapon. Are you sure they didn't steal it from a military lab?
Well, they denied it, but you know how the Army is. Getting them to talk about anything that's secret is impossible.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Hi, Big Ben. Here's the file you wanted. Name Kurt Schmidt, and he certainly was no cameraman. The FBI also wants it, but I figured you should have it first.
Thank you, Miss Baxter.
Susan, well, have you succeeded in making your own Chanel No. 5 yet?
Yeah, but it only works in the dark. It smells like cabbage when it's exposed to the light.
Okay, I'm going downstairs and have this stuff written up.
Hey, Norman.
Paint's analyzed. It's a special heat-resistant type of soundproof properties called Amprex.
What's it used for?
Fire extinguishers, for one.
I don't think they crashed into a fire extinguisher, Norman.
No, they also use it on generator units.
Like generator trucks. Now, that makes sense.
We also found traces of sand mixed with construction oil on the tires.
What kind of sand?
Construction sand, the diesels for outboard motors.
Which means they're probably river loading. Thanks a lot, Norman. Hi, Ben. Did you find anything? Just small fish, but it's stupid to turn it over to them. Them who? The big boys from the FBI are on the scene.
Oh, great. What about the small fish?
Well, the guy you killed was an electronics engineer. Born in Germany, here since 1980, and married to an American for citizenship. And the wife's name is Bonnie Rolando.
Bonnie, if they ask you, what are you gonna say?
I already told you I ain't seen that bastard since the last time you were here. And you went to?
Went where? What do you mean, Bonnie?
Nothing. Nothing. Forget what I said. You and him went somewhere together, right?
Wrong.
Mrs. Rolando? Mrs. Bonnie Rolando?
One Baker 9 Essential Warrant here. Dispatch a black and white to 46 Porter Street. Notify Lieutenant Curtis in the coroner's office that Ronnie Lando's just been murdered. I'm in pursuit.
In that red vehicle is my fraternity brother, and we're on this. Well, could you just follow him for a while, please? Pretty please?
All right. Keep it now.
Okay.
Police officer, follow that car.
fine. I just got back and I took care of it. She won't talk anymore. I think I was being followed, but I'm sure I lost him. Okay. May we strongly suggest you comply immediately. We are not amateurs like those you have captured. You know our conditions. You must pay half the sum immediately. We will inform you of time and place.
Headquarters, we have subject vehicle in sight on Hyde and Columbus. We'll run at 10:29 on it.
Another tape.
We want more money or the boogeyman will get you.
These son of a bitches left it right in front of the mayor's house. They're trying to make asses out of us.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? What'd the chief have to say?
According to him, the city's gonna lower their britches and pay up.
Hey, Ron, I deciphered that number for you. It's 6694130.
Who's it belong to?
It's one of those floating numbers they assign to embarkations for a limited period of time.
What does that mean?
It's on a boat. Who has it now?
The Albacore 3, owned by a certain Katya Kluge.
Katya Kluge, that's the gal from the funeral parlor.
Oh, about a month ago. But the lady took the phone with her. God knows what she wanted with it. She always leaves the boat here.
Okay, fine, sir. Thanks a lot. You've been a lot of help.
She always leaves the boat here. You know, I've been thinking about that generator truck. Maybe they use that to charge the batteries.
And maybe what you did messed things up. Since they don't have the generator and they can't get another generator without the dealers reporting the sales or rentals to us.
Nah, don't kid yourself. These guys are too clever not to have another one somewhere. What do you say we check out the archives?
Sure, if you want to check out that Katya Kluge. Now, let's not forget about Bonnie Rolando.
You're right. What did the second district have to say about that?
They turned Bonnie's apartment upside down, and the only thing interesting they found was a key to a safe deposit box.
A key? What the hell are we waiting for?
That's what I was about to say.
1 Adam, 3 to the corner of Fleming and Monterey. There's been a 211 at the gas station. Calling Inspector Curtis, 902 to station.
What can they want with you?
I'm afraid to find out.
They must not be aware that the bills are not all real.
Okay, you want me to sign a receipt or something?
The metal of the briefcase is treated to emit an electromagnetic wave, and the FBI will be on them before they realize it.
We've had orders from Washington to pass the operation over to them.
Okay. I'm ready.
That's the stuff, Inspector. Even he's in favor of the FBI taking over.
All I said was, I'm ready.
Good luck. Thanks, Ben.
Okay, Chief. No big deal. I'm gonna be a delivery boy, that's all, so. But if anything does happen, take care of my canary for me, will you? Listen, check out that Bonnie Rolando's safe deposit box, okay?
Okay. Take care, okay?
I will.
Hey, Baxter.
Hi there, Ron.
I'd like to see the contents of Bonnie Orlando's safety box.
Sure. We had to wait a while for the search warrant to open it.
What's this?
That's the property deed made out to Bonnie Rolando.
Yeah, I see. She bought herself a sand quarry along the Sacramento River.
Hello.
Go around the fort to the right.
In the last window niche, you will find a package containing a tape and a car key to the blue Ford Tempo parked in front of you. The plate number is 1LCHO71. You will proceed in this car. Play the tape on the stereo and follow the instructions to the letter.
Just leaving Fort Point in the blue Ford. We'll let him go a bit, then we'll follow.
Good. Keep me informed.
Katia Kluge, born Omaha, Nebraska, November 27, 1957. Real name Jane Klugenford. Married September 9, 1979 to Dr. Yuri Sabota, Professor Physics, USF. Proprietor of Kluge Funeral Home. 415 Dolores Street.
Here's her file, Inspector.
That's her. Can I get a copy of this file?
Of course, Inspector.
You should now be downtown and approaching California and Mason.
The signal is loud and clear.
Continue on straight for 3 blocks. At the end of the 3rd block, turn left.
Professor Sabota was dismissed from his research duties in July of '81. I remember because of the big mess there was with the accident in the research lab. Something top secret.
Really? And so where's Professor Sabota now?
Nothing doing. It's quitting time.
I've got to go back to the library, finish my work. I'm way behind.
Don't let Professor Kostler see you. Hey, where are you taking him?
He can help me with the titles.
Go ahead, see if you can get away with it. He is cute, but he doesn't look too bright.
Looks can be deceiving.
There is a parking building on the right corner of O'Farrell. Enter and continue up the ramp towards the roof level.
He's now entering the downtown central garage.
Okay, but keep a safe distance. The car is probably under surveillance at this time.
Drop the case off on the low dividing wall between the 5th and 6th levels. Stop long enough to leave the case on the wall and then proceed up onto the roof level for further instructions. You can now turn back down and leave the building. Goodbye, and thank you for your cooperation.
Up yours.
Goods have been picked up. We're tracking.
Okay, keep after them. The transmitting impulse is working just fine. Hats off to the FBI.
They catch us. What'll they do to feed our children?
Don't worry. I know how not to have any.
You're 27. It's reserved. Only the administration officials can access it.
Come on, Jack, you could do better than that.
Well, we've traced the case to here. They should be inside.
What about the squad?
They'll be here in a moment.
Instructor of advanced physics relating to high-frequency laser. Go ahead, go ahead.
Let's get out of here, Ronnie.
Just a second. Stop. The explosion causes lab shutdown. Just a second, baby. The university executives, as well as State Department officials, officially denied that any top-secret experiments have been conducted on the site. Go back to the beginning.
Ronnie.
Come on. Right here, right here. The experiments went beyond authorization. See if there's a photograph. Blow it up. Blow it up bigger. That's him. Yuri Sabota. Death by Lyte Blast. In person.
Can I help you, sir?
Who are you?
I'm a policeman guarding the mayor's home.
Fine. We've got to talk to the mayor.
I'm afraid that's not going to be easy. He's very busy, you know.
But it's urgent. We've got a message for him.
What kind of message?
The man who gave me this said the mayor was waiting for it. He gave me $100.
$100. Wait here.
That man's not too smart, is he, Stripe?
Attempt to deceive us will cost you double again. $20 million to save your city from annihilation. You will receive further instructions on how to deliver the money. Your deadline is 7 p.m. today.
Get me the commander of the National Guard at once. This is the mayor of San Francisco.
Let's start with him, the fake cameraman I killed. He had a wife, Bonnie Rolando.
And Bonnie Rolando owned a deed to a sand quarry. The funny thing was she wasn't the kind of person that had that kind of money.
Whoever is, she can't talk. I chase after her, kill her, and where do I end up?
At this kind, ladies.
Right. The expert in the daily believe. It was in her garage that I found that generator.
Same one that bumped into a stolen TV.
This kind lady happened.
We've only got 7 hours before the deadline. We've got to do something.
All right, let's move. I'll get the artillery. You call the boss and you get us some backup.
Honey.
I'll be all right, Jack. This is Lieutenant Curtis. I want to speak to the boss. He's not there. Okay, well, listen, I want to speak to him personally. Well, do you know where he's meeting with the mayor? Well, find him, because this is urgent.
Ben, see to it he doesn't act as crazy as he usually does.
Did you find him? Jacqueline. Get those son of a bitches. Get them!
Here comes Clyde.
Right. Sir, Klein's back.
Well, who's charged, sir?
Chuck, disconnect him.
I'll see you later up the bay.
Yes, sir.
Let's prepare a nice welcome for him.
Congratulations, Warren. This is where I built my laser tank. And now you deserve to die.
Why so, Mr. Sabota?
You killed my wife.
You are committed to ruining my plan.
But I am a scientist. I admire your code efficiency.
You have a great mind, Mr. Sabota. don't you return to your post at the university?
Never. Those fools! They closed this lab down. One small accident, and the university administration wiped out 10 years' work. They ignored a giant step forward on the road of scientific progress.
Okay, but what scientific progress is there in killing thousands of people? Don't tell me it's for the money.
Money is important in this civilization. It buys power. That is what I want. Once I've perfected my invention, that is what I shall have. And my power will bring true peace on this planet.
Fucking lunatic. Isn't that what they said when they invented the atom bomb?
I do not represent the interests of the superpowers.
I am one man alone, which makes me more powerful than God.
That's why they chose today. There are at least 4 special activities with thousands of spectators.
And that's not considering theaters, train stations, amusement parks. It's impossible to cover all these places.
I can't deploy my men unless I receive orders from the White House.
Did you hear from the president?
Yes, I just received this. Even if the human price is very hard to pay, it will save us from paying a much higher price. A great country like ours can cede to reason, but never to threats, wherever they may come from.
Hey, who's that?
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
You never know